Hello viewers, this is going to be my first official talkie video that I'm going to post, and it is going to be on hazing. This topic is controversial, and I will probably say highly offensive things. So if you don't like it, fuck off. So for those who may not be familiar with the term, hazing is when an initiate into a new social group, such as a sports team that they just joined or a college fraternity, is forced to undergo some sort of trial to be properly inducted into the group. This challenge is usually physically or mentally based and oftentimes tests the initiate's stamina. Many institutions have tried to take steps to prevent hazing, such as incorporating some sort of watch into the body that students would be joining, or perhaps opening communication channels, especially with new recruits into the group, so that they might feel comfortable letting their superiors know if anything like that tried to happen. Now, most of the time it isn't really a big deal, but it's all fun and games until someone loses a nut. That's right, this actually happened in Wilmington College in Ohio, where a student, after undergoing some hazing ritual in which he was forced to strip down and endure a beating with rolled up towels and t-shirts, suffered an injury that caused him to lose his fucking testicles. Now there's some sort of huge public outcry going on about this right now, and I don't really know how you feel, and I'm not asking because it's my video. But the way I feel about it is if you want to hang out with a bunch of guys and to impress them you strip down naked and let them beat you with towels, you don't really deserve your nuts in the first place. People are referring to this as a tragedy. Oh, how terrible. I can't believe something like this happened. You know what? I'm glad that it did, because I don't want someone like that reproducing. You know, it's bad enough that we already have the feminine man of the century to make fun of. Drake. But to have another one of those guys running around? No thanks. The feminists are doing just fine in advocating women's rights. Now, it was that particular story which inspired this video, and I will say that that wasn't really, I didn't stumble across this piece of gold in the news. It was actually sent to me by someone who said, hey, can you do a video about this when you start doing them, because this deserves to be on the internet, and I was inclined to agree. But there's another instance that's pretty popular of this hazing thing going around right now, which is in the NFL, and I haven't been following it too well in the past couple years, but I think it had something to do with the Miami Dolphins. Maybe it was a different sports team. I could Google it. I am sitting in front of a computer. I'm not going to. I think it was the Dolphins. Player there actually reported hazing, and his teammates apparently were bullying and harassing him. He's the new guy, and apparently that got kind of serious, and apparently there were some death threats going around aimed at him, which goes a little bit beyond the normal realm of hazing. But he ended up transferring teams because of it, and I'm pretty sure that ever since that news broke, there were a few players for some other teams around the league that were reporting the same thing, which shows that a lot of men are actually bitches in disguise. But you shouldn't be so mean. They didn't do anything to deserve it. Yeah, that's right. They didn't deserve it, and I don't feel bad about them because they didn't deserve it. And if they thought that they deserved it for something that they didn't do, then they probably deserve to be where they are right now. You're insensitive. What if that was you in that situation? It wouldn't be me in that situation. I'm not an idiot. Let's say that I'm going to join a fraternity at school based around Pokemon card battling. I'm not a fucking nerd either. And to get into this club, you had to dip your dick in a giant vat of icy hot. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't join the Pokemon club. It's not that big of a loss of my life. Seriously, just thinking about what you're trying to do, what you're trying to join, and what you have to go through to get into that is not worth it. I shouldn't have to tell you it's not worth it, but apparently someone needed to be told it wasn't worth it, and he couldn't figure it out for himself, and he lost a nut. Now I understand that a lot of this hazing happens because we as people have this need that tells us that we need to hang out with other people and we need to be accepted by other people. We need to feel like we belong in a group of people. And if we don't identify with people, then we don't feel content and we don't feel like human beings. And that is what the hazing thing plays off. It's saying, oh yeah, we'll totally be there for you, bro. We got your back. We love you a lot, and we'd love to incorporate you into our plans. But first, could you just step in that oven and shut the door, and we'll just turn it on for 10 minutes, and it shouldn't be that bad. How hot can an oven get in 10 minutes? You should be fine. But really, it's occurring to me that the older I get, another human need appears to be being a complete, absolute moron. I don't think I have anything else to say on the matter, but maybe you do, so be sure to leave comments whether you agree or disagree. I'll be happy to argue the point with anyone who feels otherwise. I'll leave a link to the article I was given, so give it a read and let me know what you think.